Hi, this is Joe Renna, and welcome to the Peterstown Show, a look at the 100-year history of an Italian-American neighborhood in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Hi, this video is from 1989. Tina and I were newlyweds, and my Aunt Mary DiLorenzo, my mom's sister and my godmother, was going to teach Tina how to make raviolis, meatballs, and Sunday gravy. I videotaped the process, and amazingly, she does the entire production in about an hour. So the tape has no cuts in it, and she goes from making her ravs and meatballs from scratch all the way to serving dinner. Her son Joe makes an appearance, and her granddaughter Christine comes to help a little bit. But I try to list all the ingredients below, so you can cook along with the tape. And if you can, you do me a favor if you click the subscribe button below. So enjoy.
Hi, thank you for joining us. This is our session of Aunt Mary's Kitchen. Today we are going to make ravioli.
Oh, here's Aunt Mary.
Hi, Aunt Mary.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay, thank you. Well, we're going to make this here 5 pounds of flour. We could stretch it and make regular noodles instead of just ravioli.
Good idea. Always thinking, Aunt Mary. I love to play with flour.
You do? My sister never would play with it. You think that's going to be too much? 5 pounds?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I think so. Just something.
Okay. The important part when you have to roll out the dough, make sure that it's not too soft and not too hard. The more eggs you put in it, the lighter the dough comes out. But it takes longer to stretch it out. But I'm still going to put 2 eggs in here. You can put as many as you want. I don't put salt in it, people do. I just put the water, the flour, and a couple eggs. I would put 1 cup of water to 4 cups of flour. That's what I would put in here. Make that little well, crush up your egg. I did wash. See, we used to do it on the board at one time, instead of on a...
Oh, mix it on the board?
Yeah. It's easier in a bowl like this.
Yeah, I think so.
Then before you started to do the raviolis, you had to clean the board off.
We have to get a board like that, Joe. You want a picture of the board, or you'll get that later?
That board came from Pennsylvania, but Uncle Joe had one made for me in school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, by the wood shop. You want to put the water in, tape?
Sure. So right now we have 5 pounds of flour and 4 cups of water? 5 cups of water.
You could put the salt in the flour if you want, or you put the salt in the water when you boil them, when you're cooking them.
What does the salt do for it? Just for flavor?
Oh, just flavor, that's what it is. There was an old lady that used to come to my mother's house. My mother used to make macaroni. My mother used to go, "Come on, Mary, roll it out." This old lady was so fidgety. She would go to me, "Oh, let me show you how to do it." because her daughter-in-law won't let her do anything. Now, you know what, T? We're gonna move these things off the table, because that's gonna be for Ricotta, for the inside, you know, put them over there. I'm gonna put the board so I can work the dough. As long as it's all mixed, that's what I want. Put the board over here for me. I want it the other way though, too. You know why? So that it'll hold. That's it. That's it.
Samuel, you'll be teaching generations and generations how to make macaroni.
My daughter doesn't even know how to make it.
We'll show her the tape.
When I said, I wasn't surprised Michael wasn't coming. I was not even,
Watch what you're saying.
oh yeah. Because his uncle is sick.
We'll edit that out.
Anybody sees this picture of me and the dozen, no wonder she's a fat lady.
That's a lot of work, you kidding? I'm tired watching it. You should get that Liz up.
I had that cutter that makes the, they look like spaghetti, you know, of grandma's, that you could cut, make macaroni out of that. We're getting it together, right, T?
Yeah.
In order to get it together, you have to put some oomph behind here.
You ain't kidding. You must have some forearms, Anya. You must be all muscles.
Doesn't it show?
It does.
When I was Dana's age, my granddaughters used to make bread twice a week for us, and then I used to make it for my grandmother. We used to put it in these big tubs. And then we used to take it to the baker, put our names on it. They charged a penny a pound to cook it. You can see the flour disappearing, can't you?
Yeah. Finish with this?
No, I'm going to use it.
talking? Are you tired, Aunt Mia?
No, not yet. I will be eventually because I'm not as young as I used to be.
You're young. I would have been tired a half hour ago. Are you kidding?
But you see how you could tell that you're kneading the dough keeps growing. This.
Yeah.
Then of course when you cut it, you could see inside it the air bubbles, like, you know. Then you know it's on the way to work.
How do you know it's finished?
Well, it's not done yet, that's for sure. That's why I'm gonna get it, cut it up, make little balls. I'll put it in a dish, cover it up. You get the ricotta ready, and then you start rolling out the dough, and you make the raviolis. And with this, you can make any kind of a noodle. Make the long ones, you make the gavadale, you make any kind. Of course, today there's all these frozen things, people wouldn't go through this trouble.
That's true.
But I still choose to do it this way. You want to feel it?
I just washed my hands. I washed my hands.
You have to work with this.
Like that?
I don't know if my hands look like that. If they do, it's not right.
Okay. Like this? You use the palms of your hands, right?
This. Is that what I do?
I don't know. Do it again. I'll watch this time.
I mean, if that's the way I do it, it seems awkward.
Oh.
Now you see, if this was too soft, I'd have to add flour. If it was too hard, I'd have to keep moistening my hands. It seems at this point that it's just right, you know? Get me a knife, please. Thank you. You see it? See these little holes in here?
Oh, that is. It's good.
In other words, it's pretty well kneaded for the. See it?
Show the holes. Holes.
You can see that the dough is ready to work with. And what I do with this now, I make little, I don't know what you call them, loaves or whatever. You know. And I put them in a dish. And I cover them up for a while. See it? See how it's well kneaded? I don't want to rub my hands on here. I don't want to put that dry dough. I'm going to clean it. See, the smaller you make the loaves, the faster you can get done. Because sometimes they're big and you're working and working forever on them. See? Want to try one?
Yeah, sure.
Here. Good. people years ago that came from Europe, the young ones though, they would come from Europe, they want to make the dough, and the dough would be real hard, right? And as I said before, the more eggs you put in, the fluffier the dough, but harder to work. When they saw that the dough wouldn't stretch out, they get it, threw it away. I said, you don't do that.
I'm tired. Was that good?
Poor bread, poor dough.
What are you trying to do?
It's okay. We'll work on that one first.
All right. You have one there?
See, in the cabinet there's a tin with flour. You please get it in here.
A tin with flour?
Yeah, it's on top shelf.
Oh.
Put a little flour in there, put the others, and then get a cloth and put it on. Or the cover, or the cover in here of the pot. Put it right on the top. Okay. Put the rest in there too.
Do we need the flour anymore?
Unless when we
Should we leave it out?
put it out, you know, when we roll it out, if it sticks or whatever, I don't know. I'll have to find out. Now we're gonna fix the ricotta. We got the, oh, you didn't cover that up.
Oh.
See, that's not so good that way, too. One on the top of the other.
Oh.
You know, if you can keep
Oh,
it.
they have to breathe like they were out?
Well, not really. You don't want it to stick if it's possible. Otherwise, you could always get another dish. What did they do with my washcloth? They get it smoothed around here. Is anything that comes up? Oh, here it is.
Three pounds from the box.
No? You know, there's different grades of ricotta. Some of them have more water in it, some is more solid. When something is real, on the watery side, you could add like a tablespoon of flour just so that it doesn't run out. And it don't make any difference if it's skim or not skim.
Doesn't taste different.
I mean, once you put, you put the ingredients in there, I don't think you know really which one you used. But I noticed the mozzarella, that if you use that skim, you can almost taste the powdered milk in it. So I know I have it, and we eat it, of course, Put some black pepper in there. If you like black pepper. Get the salt. Parsley. People like to put cinnamon in it.
Oh, really?
I don't like it. Even in the manicotti, they put the cinnamon in.
I don't think I would like that. It doesn't sound good. Like it don't go.
Put cheese. More cheese, less salt. Sometimes I don't put the salt at all in there. And I don't measure. I just, okay. Put this away. I made, last week I made about 3 dozens of manicotti with a pound of flour. But I just couldn't tell you how much ricotta I used, And we ate a group Sunday, and you had a whole dish left over the other day. So I do is think of the stomach.
How many eggs is that for?
I put 6 eggs in here. Of course, you could put more eggs, and then if it's too liquidy, put some flour in for yourself if you want it.
You would make it the same way to stuffed shells, right?
Excuse me?
You would make the ricotta the same way to stuffed shells?
Stuffed shells, or you want to make lasagna, make it the same way too. The only thing is, when you make the lasagna, you put mozzarella if you want it. Little meatballs in between the sauce. So I put 6 eggs in here for 3 pounds of ricotta. If you're making the lasagna, I would say from 8 on, You want to spread it. But to make the raviolis, you don't want to make it too runny. Okay? You're always using your hands, so you have water always around you. Okay? Put that right in the refrigerator.
Put that in the refrigerator?
Yeah, we're going to put that in the refrigerator. We work on the dough. Or shall we work on making the sauce first and then...
I'd say start the sauce, no?
Huh?
Start the sauce? So it's ready?
Yeah, I think so. Get the chopped meat, we'll make the sauce. Leave the cheese out.
Should we cover this here?
Yeah, I'm going to give you some wax paper. I'm going to leave the eggs to the chopped meat. I hope I won't have to get the breadcrumbs on the porch.
You got breadcrumbs in here.
No. It's in a tub, Joe. this. Salt. Do you know how to mix the chopped meat for the meatballs?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead, I'll open up the cans and I'll start this there, if that's what you... This is a stick from the hang clothes in the closet, and it makes a good rolling pin.
Yeah, looks good.
I've had a whole tub of this.
A little of this, a little of that. Some of this. Got 2 eggs.
Which chopped meat do you have?
1 egg.
Huh?
1 egg is enough.
I said, how much?
Oh, I don't know. Just about this much.
And how much eggs did you put in?
I just put 1.
1 egg?
A pound and a half.
No, I would put more eggs than 1. I wouldn't.
2 eggs. More than 2?
How much breadcrumbs did you put in?
Not a lot. I just put a little.
Remember, we're not making
Maybe Aunt
hamburgers.
Mary should make this.
Maybe,
She's telling me how to do it.
we're not making hamburgers.
Uh-huh.
So I think we should have a little more breadcrumbs. And,
I poured it in my hamster.
I don't know.
American you.
American. Make a mean corned beef, I don't know. That's 3 eggs.
If it's soft, it's nothing. Better than hard.
What's in there?
All different brands are different thickness. Some are thin, some are thick. Years ago, you bought 1 brand. We used to love when we made the homemade sauce.
How much did you put in there?
I put 1 and 1, but I'm going to put a little more yet. I'm going to put extra. 2 cans of puree I put in there. Of course, everybody don't like
2
to
cans
mix
of water?
it. And I'm going to put 3 cans still. My regular sauce, I put tomato, puree, and I make saltine. That little saltine. When you fry your meat, then you put your saltine in that oil, but not all that oil, but it's too greasy.
We'll make a meatballs out of this, we're just gonna fry the meat.
But you fry them? I mean, people put them in raw, but I fried them.
Oh, you're gonna make meatballs?
Yeah. You put your parsley in here, too?
Yeah.
Okay. I made lasagna one time for the school. And I was supposed to buy, all the ingredients. So I said, well, I'll make the meatballs. So I says, well, I get so many meatballs out of a pound. She says, no, you get about 20. I said, what do you make, the marbles? I mean, how... Oh, gee, you put the garlic in there.
Oh, I thought we were missing something.
So what do you have in there now, Tina?
Parsley, garlic, salt, pepper, and Parmesan cheese.
And eggs?
Egg. And breadcrumb. Oof, that's strong garlic powder.
Gee, you think you get me a clove of garlic in the refrigerator, please? It's right on the door.
Okay.
I know your hands are dirty. Thank you.
Sure. Plenty garlic, plenty garlic. My husband, he likes garlic.
Oh, you should see Jason, what he puts on a pizza. Oh my God. I wouldn't want to be his girlfriend.
It's good for you, garlic.
I know, I used to eat it raw when I was young.
It gives me a headache though if I eat too much of it.
I remember when the children were small, they used to put the garlic around their neck, saying they have worms.
Worms. Or vampires.
And they said the garlic would chase them away. Put the salt, the parsley.
Oh, they do that
Black
for dogs
pepper.
too.
Huh?
They give dogs garlic for worms.
Right.
Good?
Yeah. What kind of meat is this?
Chuck, I think.
Oh.
I don't know the difference.
Well, when you generally make meatballs, it's good to have a mixed
The
veal,
veal?
beef, and pork. Gives it a different flavor. Oh, this went out. Wait. Christine said she was bored. I said, gee, Christine, we can't cook all the time.
Oh.
Can't bake all the time. That's all I know how to do, Christine, is cook and eat.
Where's, oh, she's
And I'm forgetting how to cook, too. Last night I made lentils, potatoes, carrots, and celery. I tell you, it was so good. I'll eat that any time before steak, I'll tell you. The other night I made escarole with beans and pepperoni.
I made that the other week.
Want the garlic to fry a little bit. What do they say? Sauteed the garlic, or sauteed the
Sauteed.
onion.
Yeah.
One night I started to make gravy. That's when my husband was around. Make gravy. I don't know if it was a St. Joseph or it was by 6 o'clock we were eating raviolis at the table. I mean, it's nothing to make if you feel you got the oomph behind it, you know.
It was Uncle Joe's birthday Thursday, right?
Joe, I went to the cemetery and that picture of Uncle Joe smiling, I am so happy I put that picture there. It seemed like he's so glad to meet you when you go there. That's just how nice that picture is. We're getting off our cookies. And this will be cooking, and we'll be making the macaroni. That's it. So that we can lay them out.
It's up to you. I don't know. It's up to you. What do you think?
See this, Joe? This is Grandma's. I'm gonna make a true macaroni with that. This is really.
What's the big spaghetti?
It's bigger than spaghetti. It's not really spaghetti. It's bigger than spaghetti. I should have put a little oil on it because it hasn't been used in a while. But before I use it now, I'll see what happens. But my mother had loaned this to someone, and the lady was keeping it. She thought my mother wanted her to keep it. I says, Mom, where's macaroni cutter? She says, oh, I loaned it to somebody. I need it. That's how I got it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got it. That lady would have been enjoying it, and I don't blame her. I have the macaroni machine, and I don't use it. It's not mine, it's Aunt Nancy's. But I mean, she gave it to me to use. Christine knows how to use it good. Yeah. We made rizzottini with it, and we made the spaghetti, we made linguine. We use it about 4 times. But if you want to make raviolis with that, it'll only stretch out the dough, but you have to get the, what do you call it? The dye to make it. All the people don't fry these. Some of them put them in the oven, some put them right raw in the sauce. I mean, it's a matter of taste. And sometimes it's your health too that you can't fry the stuff. In the days, Tina, we used to make braciole out of the pig skin, braciole out of round steak, and Just make the whole gravy taste different. Put pepperoni in there, a piece of chicken, or whatever.
My mother puts chicken in something.
My mother used to put occasionally. Now see, if this is too soft and it sticks to the board, then we have to get some flour. And we'll soon find out. Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. We were making bowls here before Christmas, and Mary was here with her husband. And I didn't expect them, so they watched me flapping it, you know. So Mary said, let me do it, I haven't done it in a long time. Her husband says, let me try. So we had a little pain with it. Gonna use just a little bit of flour. It's not sticking, but it's not working my speed. And you don't always get this round, you know. Because it's not round, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong. It's just, you didn't get it round, that's all.
You make pizzas all the same way, right? You don't put yeast in it.
No. You mean the dough itself?
Yeah.
No, you have to put yeast in that. T, shut that gas and put the meatballs in the sauce, please.
You put any garlic in your sauce, Leah? Or you just use
Just that fried garlic. My son-in-law Gary loves garlic. He can make a sandwich with it. This sounds like a fantasy, but they used to say when when I was younger. They don't say it now because very few people really make dough. You say you blow on the dough on the side, and if you see it's wavy, it's ready for work. This is all ready to go. See that little bit of flour, T, what it did? You could work on it, you could flap it away, you know? Now we have to decide just where we're going to put these things.
Want me to clear this camera off?
We could start off with that part, but where are you going to put that?
You want to put them on the big table inside?
We could do that, but put cloth on it. There's a white sheet in that basket you could put. Find it, Tina?
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me?
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Now we're ready for business. Now with the ends like this, T, get them, put them over your finger like this. With the ends, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then they don't have to be ends, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's one kind. Then you could make these here.
Yeah.
It's just nothing to make, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, don't put them one on top of the other if it's possible. Even if you put them like this,
Yeah.
you know, just so you have enough room. Put a plate over here. Put them on a plate and you can bring them in there, you know? According to how big you want them.
Mm-hmm.
The more you put, the more space you have to give them, the more dough you have to give them also. Just flap it over. And I think they're going to be uniform now. They'll be all different sizes. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not difficult at all, right?
It only took us 2 hours to get to this point.
2 hours? Really?
I don't know. 2 hours? Yeah. 1 hour?
Nah.
Can't you talk?
Okay, you can get these here. And if it's open like over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get a fork, show you. The people that didn't have this had no choice, and they used to just go all around like this. Just to the edge to keep it sealed, see?
Mm-hmm. Do it
So
all.
if you should see one that's opened, just get it and seal it with the fork at the end like this. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Makes it prettier too.
Smell the cheese. Michelle was here, she'd be eating the dough.
Wants her to come, right? So she could.
Everybody likes raw dough in my family. I don't know why, but I would eat it. You're eating.
Figure I'll try it. It's good.
My cutter is dull. I have it since I'm married. So almost 49 years I've been keeping it in the house. So I didn't use it all those years because my mother was around. My son was going out with a girl. She wanted to learn how to make raviolis. She learned. Well, she was a good cook. One ravioli covered the dish, how big she after they were cooked.
Oh, they grow?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. The more eggs in the dough, the lighter and it grows. Joe, don't get me limping. Well, after you make your raviolis, cook them. That's what you have to do. You see, when you put them in here, if you put them too close together, they stick. Give them a little space, see? Give them a little space. Put the flour like we did, but gotta keep them, see? It spoils the little loaves that we make. It's very simple to make, very simple. There's nothing to it.
You put the cheese back in the fridge?
Yeah, until I'm ready for it. When I'm ready for it, I take it out.
And how long do the macaroni sit
What do you mean?
on the table?
Well, when the pot boils, we put them in. If you want to freeze them, then it's another story. You could, as you make them, you put them on a paper plate or whatever, and put them in the freezer. Once they're frozen, then you fix them the way you want them. I mean, there's... This we have to put a little extra flour on it because of the cutter. So you want to give me a knife, please, when this... And what you do, just hold your hand lightly over it. Okay, then you get them and you open them up. My father used to love these. And if you want, say we don't want to use up all that dough now, we get it and we wrap it up nicely in wax paper or aluminum foil and put it in a refrigerator. Use it tomorrow, the next day. But if you use dough with eggs, you can't keep it too long because it gets spoiled. By when are you?
Yeah.
Oh, no way, honey. Loosen them up and you can put them down like that.
What dough is good?
Now. No, Joe, you get a dish and do that. You don't do that. Never. Never. Your mother would spank you and your grandmother, forget it. My children saw you do that. I thought we couldn't do that.
You want some? I want to do it.
And it's raw yet, isn't it? It's raw yet, isn't it? Does it have the raw taste yet? Okay. Did you stir it? No.
What pounds is that?
I made 5 pounds of flour.
That's about 8 pounds.
Well, 5 pounds of flour, but I don't know how much was it. I mixed up 3 pounds of ricotta, but that doesn't mean we're going to cook it all. Even whatever we cook, anybody walks in, there'll always be enough.
Right.
Always be enough.
It's working good, yeah.
Huh?
It's very tasty.
Yeah, I thought so, even though I thought it could use just a little bit more cooking on it. You're fine. Oh, that's for sure.
Spinach.
I think you came from Italian family. You know all the goodies in here.
I was raised Italian.
You was raised?
Yeah, my mother always cooked Italian.
Your mother always cooked. She ever make homemade macs?
No.
No.
My mother, no. My grandmother was Irish too.
Oh.
My grandfather was Italian.
Uh-huh.
But she cooks Italian. There's nothing Irish about her.
I think if...
But in those days, though, you lose your personality anyway. You're whatever your husband is.
True.
So.
Well, I'll tell you, my husband didn't eat half of the things, half of what he learned to eat from my mother's cooking. My husband, they used to make this Burg. It sounds terrible, but is it tasty? They used to get the oregano, the stalk of oregano, not the oregano already cleaned, the stick of oregano. They used to get the tripe. And they make a brajol, and they used to put that stick in between, and then they used to get the intestines from the chicken. That used to come out beautiful when you clean them. And tie that up and put that in a gravy. Who wants meatballs? I mean, there's a lot of things that, but today, who's got high cholesterol, who's got this, and who's got that.
It's true.
And it's, and maybe what we used to eat is a better thing than they're eating today.
Probably. He's all lived into 80 or whatever. But
You like Pinocchio, Joe? Space here. My friend's daughter called me up from Livonia. When I was there about 7, 8 years ago, we made macaroni aglio. So she got unexpected company. She made her mother call me up. How do you make that macaroni that you made when you were here? I said, Ann, you can't be kidding. She says, no, my Donna wants to know. And I told her, the oil, the garlic, the parsley. Once that fries, you put your water in, but make the oil get cold first. After I talked to her a while, she says, Mary, that was a hit.
I mean, macaroni and clams came good last week. And I even used the canned clams.
Oh, I like them.
They came good. So easy with these things, you know? 1, 2, 3.
Well,
Who needs frozen food?
Tina, I tell you,
I think
you
it's
have to
faster.
want to do. If you want to do, there's nothing to it.
I think it's faster than frozen food.
It's easier to do a homemade thing than wonder what you're going to cook. I remember my grandchildren, they used to eat the frozen pies when they were small. It was from one extreme to another. They go to one house frozen, then they come to my house, they eat something else.
And all that stuff, you know, it's in the cabinet. It's not like you
Yeah.
have to go shopping for the meat or whatever.
And some people are not good eaters either, you know, and they don't bother cooking.
Joe and I don't have that problem.
No, I don't either. We never had that problem.
I made a pounds of macaroni that night. It was gone by the next day.
That's right.
Michelle's picture.
Do you know where you going? Where you going, Joe? Joe, where are you going? Joe, where are you going?
I'm going to freeze macaroni. You take an aluminum pan. It doesn't matter how deep it is for the long macaronis. You put a wax paper along it to cover the sides. You put a little bit of flour in it, and you spread it around. And you put the macaroni that you have in it. Oh dear. If they're just done, then you can't put them close to each other. But these have been sitting here for a while, so you can just spread them out, and it doesn't matter if they overlap. With the raviolis, if you're doing them as you go along, you have to put them in and then put it in the freezer. And when you do the next batch, then you take it out and you put another layer on, because they have ricotta in them. Graham,
What, hon?
what about the schnapps?
What, babe?
What about the schnapps?
Let me see how many there are. Give me a little flour, put a little flour. My hands are moist, I can't do it. That's the end.
La la. You're happy now.
Put it in the refrigerator, Joe.
All right.
Not the coat, the coat.
Oh.
Tina, you do very well in your way.
This is my way. I don't know.
Dad.
Shouldn't I be? Oh, there it comes.
That's like using a rolling pin the way you're using it. I have a rolling pin if you want to use it. But you don't stick, T. All your work is going to be shot. You were doing so well, T. Somebody's going to think ready to deliver.
Oh, goodness. All right. Let's see.
It's, now you see, here it's real
Have to
thin.
get in the picture, Dad.
There it's very thin, Tina. Get the stick. Now, you have to work on the thick part. See, this is thin. This is
Grandma
all
takes
thick.
the dough and flips it around.
Try it this way, T, because you're using enough force, so you already practically know what to do. You gotta watch, because it's got soft on the heat. Here, grab your hand like this and work it out, okay?
That's what
You
I
can
meant.
pinch.
Don't throw your strength on it
Thank
when
you.
you're stretching it the other way. You just,
Oh.
you work it this way.
So what's up,
Grab
Dad?
it here.
Nothing. You have a good afternoon?
It's pretty good, Dad.
See, you
Wanna
work
take
it
a
this
walk,
way,
Dad?
too. Get your hand in here like this, and you go this way. And you work it this way, you see, and it stretches.
Dad? Where? Let's walk the second.
Shaking it here with it. See, now when you do that, you get the dough, you get the stick, and you turn it to the side. See now, it's thick here, it's thin there. You see it?
Yeah.
Now you work on this end. Then you have this end to work on. But don't put all your strength on it, T. Yes?
I don't know if I want to go tonight.
Well, that's up to you. Do you have a candidate that wants to come? Oh, Dana cannot come. All right, let me go. Get the ricotta. Okay, what'd you do now? What'd you do, son? What you do is cut this, make little strips. Or, yeah. You have, oh no, honey, you have to put your strength on it. Okay. Now you got enough to start your raviolis. Now don't put it too close here, T. Because you want to turn it. Okay. Now I want you to learn to make them a little smaller than I have been making them because it's just the way I started them are the right size. You're leaving a lot of dough so you could put more ricotta there. See, the separation is pretty wide there, okay?
You want to see me flip it?
I think he's got it on. Make it closer because if this is small, no. These are small, remain small, too small. I don't think you're going to get much of a ravioli in here. What?
Should I put more ricotta?
You flip it to, yeah. Okay. Go ahead, you do it with me. No. Go down this way first. And go down deep because it doesn't cut. Okay. Then you get them out of here. Try not to cut them too close to this. Okay? See? Christine, did you put them in the freezer already?
Mm-mm.
Well, go ahead, honey. Otherwise they're going to stick.
And the little schnapps, Graham?
What?
With the little schnapps?
With a little who?
With the little schnapps.
Bring those down now. We'll see if we get any candidates to eat.
Okay. So you're a youth minister, Tina?
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do?
Just hang out.
Oh, just for the activity night?
Can she come with you?
Yeah, sure.
You want to go with them? Christine? Or do you want to go see the play?
What's that?
It's up to you. If you got a chance to go somewhere, go. Don't worry about Grandma. Because Grandma is used to everything. Okay. Now you just cut yourself in between here.
Hey Chris, Denise wants to talk to you.
Okay.
You want to go? Move it now. No, Christine, bring him downstairs free.
Grandchildren
Go.
don't watch this, Christine.
Go.
Oh, dear Lord. When you have your final layer of what you're going to freeze, you take a piece of saran wrap and you put it on. And if you've made the other pieces longer, then fold it over. And then you put it in the freezer.
The ice don't rust. Tina, you working left? Yeah.
Left
How
hand?
come you working lefty?
I don't know.
To me, it seems, I start from here.
I don't know. Maybe because the Ricotta's there.
Huh?
Because the Ricotta's there, I think.
Ricotta's here?
No, it's here.
Don't confuse her, man.
Hey now!
Well, I'll tell you one thing, one of these raviolis is gonna fill a whole dish. If you give it enough dough, it's gonna, see this one? This is gonna fill a whole dish.
You think so?
Because there's enough of dough there. No, that's okay. So you gotta watch, T, that you don't get too close to the edge.
Okay.
She's doing very well, Joe. Well, there isn't much meat in the gravy, but if you want to get a hold of your brothers, they want to come for a dish of ravies.
Nah, they don't want to come.
They told you?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, Mary, my pleasure is to see them all.
I'll tell them it was good.
He's going to tell them.
He is too.
You can walk.
Thank you.
What's the matter, Joe? Joe?
Walk with me.
Huh?
Fran,
What?
he's gonna walk with me.
Where?
Centennial Lab.
Where, babe?
Centennial Avenue.
Okay.
The water's boiling.
Oh, yeah.
Dad, relax.
This is your dish, Joe. Okay?
3 more.
Well, we don't have to do them, you know.
How long do they cook for?
It's according to how thick they are, you know? These are not thick. We don't have to cook them too long.
How do you know when they're done?
By tasting them.
I love you.
Yeah, she's
Dad,
running.
let's walk.
Here, Christine.
Dad,
Get in there. What is that you making? See? What is that?
A little ravioli.
She knows. She wants to come, huh? Did you call
I
her?
wasn't home.
Dad, let's walk.
Could you freeze these?
I can freeze them and I can also refrigerate them. But I'd rather refrigerate than freeze them. Like this, I get them out of the way.
Oh,
You know,
big,
it's,
yeah. Big black
sometimes they get all
Yeah.
black.
Yeah. When'd you go, today?
When you have too much egg in the dough,
I was gonna call you
it gets
last.
black.
Where'd he go now? He comes and he goes. Where'd he go?
I think that is it's cooked
Smoke
now,
it.
yeah.
Going to shut it off now.
I know when they're frozen, when they float, they're ready.
And they can't float nowhere.
They can't fall anywhere now. But you see how light they are? They come to the top.
They don't break on you when you hit them like that?
Well, I'm not really having a sharp,
Yeah.
if I had one of those spoons.
What?
Get some flour and the baggies and put one each in each bag. Someday maybe when I'm ambitious, I'll sit down and make cavadillo.
What can I do with those other ones? I want to set the table. Not a lot of them. You gonna freeze them?
I can't.
Individual. I'm freezing them.
No, you're just refrigerating them.
I'm refrigerating with flour.
Nice
she
meat
said.
though.
Didn't
Yeah.
have enough.
Get a chair and relax.
I wish I could sleep in it. I woke up 8:30, but I slept on the couch. I fell asleep on the couch at 5 this
Is
morning.
there any more macaroni on the table?
Gonna do my hair.
Oh
today.
yeah,
Highlight
shot
me.
too.
There is?
That's how I highlight it. Me and Debbie.
Are there any more raviolis on the
I
table?
almost did it today. It's only gonna be like you're not even gonna notice it.
No.
Only
No?
5 minutes. Karen wants to put it in a cap
Let
and
me
pull.
see. How can I get those
Needle,
other
forget
ones
that.
back?
Jane said it hurts like hell. I ain't gonna do that. Huh?
It pulls your hair.
I know, I have a wet rubber cap.
Test it on the back. Like I
We did a little
thought.
piece. Did you tell she cut a clip off my hair?
She cut a flip off your
A
hair.
clip. Yeah, from underneath somewhere.
Oh.
I wonder if she did it though.
Oh.
Yeah, a little piece, I mean hardly strands. Just dumped it.
Hey, you
10
noticed
minutes,
Nancy
15
was here
minutes,
just
5 minutes.
5:30.
Well, I had to take it,
I said, just,
shut that off for a minute.
I says, come 5:30. Thank you, Nancy, for coming.
What?
Well, you came just 5:30.
Oh, yeah, well, first then, until something happened, I chased Jane up, I said, I didn't know what the hell. But I had to go. I had to go to the bathroom, I had to sit on that thing for about 15 minutes.
I have a big pot that I generally put these in.
Bigger one than that?
Oh, I
The
have
one downstairs, yeah?
a big blue pot. That's what I generally use. But I got scared we didn't make enough of raviolis, but I think we got,
Oh, Graham,
So they
not
don't really
enough.
take that long to cook, huh?
You want the
Because
strainer?
they're thin, the dough?
what?
You want the strainer?
Oh, not yet.
Well, these, don't you just lift them out?
You hungry, T?
She's learning how to eat raw dough now.
Yeah, remember? We see roast dough.
Everybody eats it. Michelle she goes away so disappointed. And there's enough a pot so they could swim in it, Joe. See, these happen to be a little tight in here.
What do you like, raviolis or raviolis better?
Hey, Joe. Sweet how they are.
Tina!
Jane is here.
Here.
I got
Who's tasting?
I'm tasting. Make sure they're done.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I want to know.
They taste done.
They taste them?
Sure.
Okay, we'll take them out.
Well, let me taste. Well, I'm not sure. I think I need a little more.
Here we walk after we eat. Ready after you eat, Christine.
Okay.
Take me up the upper digest.
Wait, give me another one. I'm not sure.
Here, Joe.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, kidding or no kidding, they gotta be eaten. No? We wash this dish here like this, we could use this.
Gotta strain them?
Yeah. you make a salad. I'm so concerned that you just have to run away, and who could come and who can't come. Oh, I'm glad to see your brother coming. See, Joe, if you got company, right? If you make them cook just a little less, if the dough is thin, I like to make the dough thin all the time. Make sure that they're cooked. But if you have to accompany and you want to take them out a little before time, you can. Tina, are you strong enough?
Want me to look that?
I need somebody, I can't pick
Here, I'll
this
do
up.
that. Here, T, take the camera.
Too heavy for
Just
me.
watch me strain it. Put your hand here.
Joe, don't throw all at one time.
Does he let you touch the camera otherwise?
Isn't that hot?
This is hot!
There's the second drawer.
Get in there, there's a hand.
You don't have to throw all of them, Joe, just some of them, so we make sure we get all that water out.
Get right in here, T. Good. Watch your strain it now.
Yeah.
Oh, don't wait, don't pour it, that's.
No, over there. Over there. You want No, Tina, you gotta look at there. They don't want to see me.
Table set, Christine? Here's the forks on the table.
Everyone!
See, I was telling Joey, if you got company and you make your dough a little thicker, or either let them cook a little less, so you could handle them better, okay?
Here you go, T. Ouch. Cold water? Cold water on here?
Yeah, wait. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad I kicked it.
Got this? You got this going work right over here?
Excuse me.
You want me to put that on there?
No, I want the little sauce first.
A little sauce first, T.
Look at you.
I like
You got me there?
What else you want out?
I said I need to make a salad. I'm so concerned. Oh, they got time.
You got plenty of max in here.
Oh, I'm not worried about the macaroni.
Yeah, I know, he's over here doing his movies.
I know.
Just a few.
Can I have water or something?
Want Coke, Nance, beer?
No.
You put it on the dish.
How many That's plenty, I think. How many you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Okay, does that look good enough?
Looks good enough
Good enough
to
to
eat.
eat?
Ha!
Oh, love you.
Hi, this is Joe Renna, and welcome to the Peterstown Show, a look at the 100-year history of an Italian-American neighborhood in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Hi, thanks for watching the Peterstown Show. We have archives going back 40, 50 years. We have 8mm and VHS tape. If you have any 8mm film or VHS tape, we'll transfer them for free if we use them on the show. In the meantime, comment below, subscribe to our channel. You can also purchase the Peterstown book at peterstownnj.com. It's only $25. It's the 100-year history of our neighborhood. Thank you.